Okay, today we are doing 9.2. Now 9.2 is a continuation on of 9.1, so we're still using the Pythagorean theorem. So I rewrote it here, and I reminded you A and B are the legs, and C is the hypotenuse. I also drew you guys my little right triangle because we're not in school, so you don't get to see me draw this. But every year when I get to right triangles and I'm labeling the hypotenuse and the legs, I always have to draw my hippo because hypo sounds like hippo to me, and I have been known to accidentally say let's find the hippo instead of let's find the hypo. So this is the hypotenuse, so it's hypo the hippo, and the hippo likes to lay on the hypotenuse. I have a couple students that have told me that it helps them always remember which one is the hypotenuse. It's always across from the right angle, but I like drawing my hippo. I know it doesn't look like one, it kind of looks like a weird mix between a pig and an elephant, but it's okay. I'm not an artist, I'm a math teacher. So find the missing leg of a right triangle if its other leg is 6 and its hypotenuse is 10. So the good thing about this is it doesn't tell me if I have A or B, so I get to pick. I actually like to use this as my A, so I would write this as 6 squared plus B squared equals 10 squared because I'm given my leg and I'm given my hypotenuse, and my hypotenuse is always C based off of this up here. So do not forget this. This is important. You should know this. If I'm circling it this many times, it's kind of important. Write it down. I hope you're watching this so you can write it down. Okay? So here we're just going to set up and square it. So I've got 36 plus B squared equals 100. Now, this is solving equations. We have not done one of these in a while because we've been dealing with a lot of surface area and volume where everything's on one side. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this variable by itself. So we're going to subtract 36 from both sides. And we're going to have that B squared equals 64. So B is the square root of 64 because taking the square root is the opposite of squaring something. So we have to do the opposite to remove it. Now, I know that you know that I know that you know that the square root of 64 is 8. So we've got 8 inches as our missing leg. Okay? Now, you wouldn't have to put B equals 8 inches. You'd just be able to put 8 inches. We'd be good. I know that it's the missing leg. So let's move on to what happens if we have a triangle drawn for us. Oh no! Well, I'm going to look for the right angle. I'm going to say it's right here. So that means that this is my hypotenuse. So I've got 5 squared is going to equal 4 squared plus whatever this is. So I'm going to put this as x squared because I don't know it. You could put b squared or a squared. It's okay. I'm just using variables right now. So I've got 25 equals 16 plus x. I need to plus x squared. I need to get my x squared by itself, so I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. I'm going to be left with 9 equals x squared. I take the square root of 9, and that's my x. And I know that you know that the square root of 9 is 3. So I'm going to tack on my inches, and I've got 3 inches as my missing side. Do not forget, if you need to, you can plug this into a calculator by using the square root sign, or you can look at the chart in the back of the book. I gave you that page number yesterday. I'll give it to you again today in the classwork, the section where I wrote it. I wrote you guys what you were doing for the day. Okay? Do not forget the Pythagorean theorem. It's kind of important. Also, don't forget which side is the hypotenuse because we're going to be doing a lot with that next week, and we need to make sure that we remember the hypotenuse is across from the right angle. Across from the right angle. Okay? I will see you guys tomorrow when we start talking about what exactly trigonometry is and why do people get so scared when they hear the word trigonometry. Because it's not that scary. It's another form of geometry, and we did great with geometry. So we're just trucking right along, moving into triangles. So I'll see you tomorrow with trigonometry.